What is up, everyone? It is me, Psycho Blue, conductor of the Hype Train, Mr. Hype Gems, hashtag Crosswires, hashtag Street Fighter 6. I've been sitting on this for a while. My commentary partner had to cancel last Monday, or I would have had this up sooner, but I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I have some time. The work week is done. And quite frankly, I want to get on this before it gets too far behind. This is going to be Street Fighter 6 from the King Returns 25, our 25th anniversary of the Richmond FGC Monthlies, the premier Richmond FGC Monthlies. We have a few more coming up, though, from different organizers, so I'll be promoting those when I'm able to get footage from them. But before I jump into that, I do want to remind you guys, Street Fighter Cross Tekken is confirmed as an official side game for Combo Breaker, which is going to be next month, and I'm excited about that. $500 base pot, $10 entry fee, and once again, PC Master Race. Things went swimmingly with Texas Showdown. You're seeing more footage from that slowly trickle in on my YouTube channel, Psycho SFXT. I have a few more things I want to upload from there, but before I do that, I want to tackle some Street Fighter 6. Sapphire, good to see you. I need to pull up real quick the list of competitors when I was recording everything. Of course, I'll talk about this as I'm seeing it live, because quite frankly, I am seeing it live. I was on the other side of the screen when I was recording this, and because of that, I didn't see too much what was going on. I had to check afterwards to see who was playing who. I have the list in front of me. Without further ado, let's get started just before Passover begins tomorrow evening. I need to make sure that the volume's good. Alright, Sapphire, how's the sound balance between the game and myself? I'm trying to keep it in a way where I'm not too loud and the game's not too loud either. Need like a good balance. First up is going to be John A. Falcon and that boy Zenny. I have no idea if Falcon is still with Conmay. I'll have to check with him later, so if I don't have his tag in front of him, Siam, please don't kill me. Consider it payback for getting a game off me at Texas Showdown and getting me salty before I won the set, because you had me spinning in a way I haven't been spun a long time against you. So Siam, you showed great improvement, but I am very salty at how good you were at Texas Showdown with that Ken Lilly team across Tekken. So because of that, no Conmay tag for John if he's still with you. Okay, here we go. So, first up, we have John A. Falcon playing Cammy with that boy Zenny on Terry. The King Returns 25 is ran under CPT rules, so once we get to the top 8, we will move from first to 2 to first to 3. I haven't played too much of the My patch Street Fighter 6. My focus is going to be on City of the Wolves. Billy seems really good, so I'm excited about that. Billy really sucked in King of Fighters 15, and that soured me on the game a bit because Billy's been my main any SK game he's in. For now, though, we have the SNK crossover character Terry facing Cammy, and so far, that boy Zenny has an early life lead. Some well-spaced power knuckles. The charges can be kind of annoying, too. The charge is also a launcher move in this game. It doesn't Rekka like other power charge moves, though, so no worries. Excellent whip punish there. Drive canceling right, or drive rushing right in to take advantage of the buttons that Terry was pressing. Okay. Drive impact, and it's blocked. Ooh, no! Excellent! Excellent neutral jump punish by John A. Falcon. And Cross Tekken, those are very intimidating, but he has his reactions on point. A deep cannon spike DP. Excellent. Once again, whip punishing with the drive rush is crucial. Street Fighter 6. I want to say Street Fighter Cross Tekken. How long it's been since I've commentated Street Fighter 6? Boom. Boom. All right, corner man. Good! Perfect parry. Said, get that drive rush out of here. Another DP. Man, those counter hits. She can link off those as well. Have to be careful. Yeah, the counter hit stun this game is deep, like Tekken deep. Cashing out all the drive and all of the super meter. Level 3 finishes the job. John A. Falcon goes up 1-0. That boy's any 6 of Terry. Neutral jump throw, but John reads it. Yeah, neutral jump, empty jump low isn't quite as good in this game as QR Cross Tekken, so empty jump throw is not the worst idea either. I said neutral jump throw. Still getting warmed up, ladies and gentlemen. And crouch medium kick into drive rush, into combos. Stun! Good. Yeah, as many of you well know by now, if you block a drive impact against the wall, you are going to get some level of stun. And if you do so while burnt out, it's going to be a full dizzy. Big damage. So watch your drive meter. All right. Cammy's out of it. So Terry's got to do something. Oh, no! Finally, you had Cammy out of drive meter, but he got too antsy. DP, nobody home. That tackle rose up, and then it fell down just the same. I almost said rised up. That's not a word. Good. Got the linkies. Oh, no. Shimmy. Okay, Terry tried to backdash away, only to get hit by something new. Scaling hit, though. It's not going to take it out. Yeah. Now it's done. Turn that drive impact stun right back at you. Big Johnny advances 2-0. Next up is going to be One True Champ against Burst Dragon 1. I saw that One True Champ, good old Cliff, has joined the dark side. He's playing Bison now after being a birdie player for most Street Fighter V. Hard to believe that was 6 or 7 years ago that we were playing at the Forge. The Forge did not survive the pandemic, and that was 5 years ago, which is actually insane to think about. One second. Did we get stuck? I know I definitely, Alright, there we go. One True Champ versus Burst Dragon. I am right now munching on matzah since Passover has arrived this weekend. So, for the next week-ish, I'm going to be removing all bread products from my life for a bit. At least leavened bread. It's got to be unleavened. Thankfully, rabbis have been forgiving the last few years, so now tortillas are alright, so I can have a lot of Mexican food next week, which is good. So, I won't be completely tortured. Bunless burger sounds like a good idea, too, for Passover, to be honest. Yeah! Using my favorite color with the... Oh, no, we got rid of it. He's not playing the Psycho Blue colors. That stinks. Instead, he's using the default for Bison's current costume. Bison versus Akuma. Battle of the bosses. Let's see who wins. Interesting. Round 1. Okay, so the gameplay for Bison in this game is you want to apply a Psycho Mine onto your opponent's body as much as possible, because that forces them to be aggressive and want to get off before it explodes. Bison can also explode manually depending what movie hits them with afterwards, leading to lots of fun stuff, especially follow-ups. Burst Dragon is not going to give Bison any chance to apply it. The first round is perfect. Oh no, you drove Rush right into pain. Too far away to throw, sadly. I know how that feels. Kuma dashed in 3 times just to get stunned. A counter hit, drive, impact, right back at you. Sadly, no link into the Psycho Mine. Love it. So that is a counter hit only punish, and it's good for Cliff to recognize that. Counter hit stun in Street Fighter 6 also applies to whiffing moves. and punish them while they're in recovery at certain points. Not even from Dead or Alive, to be honest. Love it. Now he's got the Psycho Mine applied. Don't get hit again, you're in trouble, and you... All right. Akua managed to fight his way out of it. That is going to hurt. 5, knuckle, shuffle, boom! Oh, man. Nothing fancy about that. A big punch to the face while you're down. Have you no shame. Another EX Scissor Knee, and then we have level 3 Ultimate Psycho Crusher. It's gonna hurt. Kuma is now burnt out. What's gonna happen now? So is Bison. Good. Smart anti-air. In this game, Psycho Crusher is a much better anti-air than it has been the last couple of games, which is good. In Cross Tekken, it's a very situational anti-air, and usually not a common situation you find yourself in. But Street Fighter 6, it's really good at anti-airing, kind of like Honda's headbutt. So you're not fully stuck on using Hell Attack or Crouch Heavy Punch this game for anti-airing, which is nice. I can say in Cross Tekken, it's a big struggle. Oh, DP, and you missed. Yeah, that's the Del Reverse way. Which way are you going to DP? You're going to get cross-cut? Got the strings. Finally a punish. Clip within too deep. Now Burst Dragon's fighting back. Another sweep setup. Safe jump. It continues. Demon flip. Bison's burnt out. Let's see. Right now, One True Champ is up. I think he's there. It's up 1-0. Got excited for a bit. I love seeing his level 3. Sweep. Throw nobody home. Watch yourself. Don't get drive impacted on. Overhead. You got schmixed. Safe jump. Caught yourself a fish. Kuma is burnt out. Won't make a difference, though. Bison has no defense for any of that. It's tied up at 1. Air fireball. He actually got the follow-up there, but couldn't finish it off. Smart, you saw him try and parry the second hit of the kick, but a little bit too far away. This time, Bison has the corner. Overhead, he got the counter hit, so that means he gets some combo, which he took advantage of. Del Reverse. Traded. Demon flip. Time to bring the pain. Sweep. Safe jump. Oh, no, he just dashed right up. Putting even more pressure upon Bison. There is no YOLO Psycho Crusher. Actually, I don't know what the invincibility frames are for EX Psycho Crusher in this game, to be honest. I don't think it's quite the same as Street Fighter or Cross Tekken, though. Smart, yeah. Don't let him do what you want. So in this game, if you do Del Reverse, you can either do the Stomp or do the Punch or just do Empty. It's the opposite of Street Fighter V, where the Stomp is if you do nothing, and then the Del Reverse is if you press a button. In this game, you have to press buttons for both. Counter, drive impact, and Bison's burned out. 5, knuckle, shuffle! Burst Dragon advances 2-1. Next slide. It's going to be Vasetnet versus Burst Dragon. Vasetnet has won quite a few King Returns events. Let's see if he can continue the streak. We haven't had that kid Austin pull up in a while, so it's anybody's game now. For a lot of last year, that kid Austin just dominated the whole city, coming up from Virginia Beach area and making a lot of noise. First Dragon so far off to a great start. Let's see how Vasetnet manages to respond. So far, it's tough. No answers right now. Perfect? Nah, not yet. Parry. Don't choke this away, Burst Dragon. You can just sneeze on Kimberly. It should work. There you go. Jump in light, managed to do the trick, and Burst Dragon just short of a perfect, but off to a good start against a multi-time King Returns champion. That's a good conversion. I like that. Good use of juggle points off the drive rush. Kimberly wants to Bushin flip in. Hopefully catch Akuma while he's throwing a fireball. Got mixed. Command grab off the follow-up from Bushin run. Counter hit. Drive impact. And you got the splat. Full stun since Akuma is burnt out. Laying down the bomb. And getting all the juggle points. It continues. What a combo. I thought it was done, but there was apparently a few more points left of that juggle with all the bouncing you had to do. Crazy sequence from Vasetnet. Overhead, and you got the combos. Yeah, counter hit overhead, especially off drive rush, do lead to cross Tekken like combos, kind of like Heihachi does cross Tekken. So I like that about this game. Most everyone has an overhead combo off drive rush. Puts a real schnicks when they're advancing. Like, I think drivers could be a little bit too strong in this game, and a lot of people, including myself, think it does homogenize everybody's offense at times. At the same time, I do appreciate the combos. All the links, cashing out. Oh, you missed! That was your chance! No! Oh, that's heartbreaking. You had him. I would have thought that would have hit too. Like the angle that was at? Yeah, that's deceptive. I thought for sure Akuma hit her. And this is... Yeah, that's nonsense. I don't like that. Setnet stole one, but he's up 1-0 all the same. Reminds me of how Kelvin versus Cool Kid ended at Final Round years ago for Cross Tekken. Kelvin dropped the kill combo, and then Cool Kid finished it off. Very heartbreaking. Enjoying some Tam Tams right now. These are delicious. That was actually a decent schmix for that sequence. You mixed in some links, and you had a throw loop at the same time because Kimberly's just all up in your face. Everything go wrong depending what she hits you with. Sometimes it's better take the throw. I like that. That was nice. One of Akuma's new moves where he can Sura warp in front of you and then mix in a throw. At least I think that's how it works. It's been a while since I've played Street Fighter 6, and I forgot all of Akuma's new tricks. So if I got that wrong, sorry. It's been a while. I've been hiring out commentators the last couple of years. I haven't played this game in a while, but I'm trying to get back into it. Another missed DP. Goodness. Got a bomb. What you gonna do? Good. Held firm all the way through, but did get the overhead. And another one. This should do it. The set net is on set point. By the way, I have the old Crosswires logo up, I just realized. There we go. It continues. Finally, you're out. A lot of damage. Ah, good! Throw punish from Akuma. The tide has been firmly turned now. Don't count me out just yet. Perfect KO from Burst Dragon. It is now tied at 1 game apiece. Continues. The onslaught continues. When she Bushin's drum up in your face, you gotta be careful if you block it. Things could be coming in a very nasty way. Or she just do nothing and then she's back in neutral. That's the schmicks. It continues. Hard knockdown. The mix continues. Finally, the DP hits its mark. Until that happened. And because of the bomb, the throw combo continues. Again, the set net is on set point. How will Akuma respond to this situation? Alright, yeah. That's what I figured. The Assure Orb does have a command grab tied to it. That whiff does confirm that. That's how I thought it works. It's been a while. I don't play Akuma like that in this game. The resources have been cashed out. It's time to bring the pain. Level 3, paint him up like a Gunpla kit. And leave that mark right on his face. You expect an overhead, and you guessed wrong. Besetnet moves forward. 2-1. Either that or can't really put the brakes on early to avoid whatever throw Akuma was expecting, so caught him in throw with potentially. I didn't see what the counter hit stun was. But look, I got something stuck in there. Maybe try to jump away. Couldn't get in the way in time. Next up is Fly Solo versus One True Champ. Some Jamie in the house, okay. Alright. Let's get inebriated. What will Jamie do against One True Champ's Bison? Jump in, that's what. What do you do whipping scissors on me? That is one of my biggest frustrations playing Bison in any game. You use scissors and then you jump just the right time. And it's like, how'd you guess that? At least in this game, Scissors is motion, so he doesn't give it away as easily if he's down backing or just holding back or stuff. That's why a lot of Bison players in earlier games would always throw out normals first to hide the charge in a way. Of course, then they still jump over it when you think you finally condition them. It's like having a slide blocked. You're playing Vega or other slide characters. Very frustrating. And what a punish from Fly Solo. Flip fires back. Got the drive rush juggle. Got the mine. Oh, firing back! Making sure. That's one of the moves I think that activates the mine automatically if it hits. So a good call out from Fly Solo. Use the reversal to stop the EX Duck Crusher. Again, very casual stream today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm retired from competitive commentary since my colleague lost his mind, but it is good to be back at this for a bit. Who knows, maybe I'll get my commentary legs again. Psycho Crusher. Too far for a cross-up. How will... Alright, good. In situations like that, it is good to kind of build your various traits up. In this case, with Jamie, it's drinking. I'm actually kind of surprised that True Champ doesn't play Jamie because that mechanic's not too different from Birdie's V-Skill 1 with the donut eating. You drink enough, or if you eat enough, you turn red and gain all those attack buffs or property buffs. Maybe because, in the case of Psycho Crusher and Scissor Kick, it's not different from Bullhead. Yeah, smart. So, the EX Duck Rush in this game, even with the increased speed, the cool property is that if he hits you and had a mine attached to you, that would lead to a juggle state. You can get follow-ups off that. I do like the confirms off counter hit jab. Bison got some good space in those, too. Almost like a force getting away and still worked. Oh, we got the schmick with the stomp. This time he actually went for it and got the Skull Diver. EX Mine into level 3. This should take the first game for One True Champ.
Bison wins. Round 1. Fight.
Psycho acts as an ender with that knockdown, not the worst idea. Continue the pressure, especially when in the corner. Sadly, Jamie fought out of it. Too short to punish that, sadly. Level threat does continue, and every time it does, it's a little bit more drunk. This drinking game is not working out in Bison's favor. Whoa! Drove impact through EX Psycho Crusher. That did not work out as expected for One True Champ. Alpha counter. This time Bison has Jamie stuck in the corner. Jamie fights out, drive rush, and strikes Bison down. Too bad that the drinking doesn't carry over from round to round. That would be maybe too overpowered, I suppose. Like, once you're drunk, you're stuck that way. I know with Kimberly, I think her music continues for a while. Mine is attached. Gotta respect it. Goes off. There it is. Ah, too short, though. You have to use a faster variant Side Crusher to take advantage of that situation. I said earlier about the mine. You leave it lingering, then bad things happen. Ball splat from the drive impact. Level 3. Nobody home. Don't you do that to me. And that should take the round. It does not. Too much scaling. Knee press nightmare, but Jamie's still awake. Bison tries the classic slide. Nobody home. There we go. One True Champ is on set point. Okay, hell attack. Too far away for the scissor, though. Again, scissor is just fireball kick in this game. Don't worry about microcharging or anything when you're up in the air like you can with other games. Ooh, super kick! What a punish from Bison. Mine's attached. Here it comes. He's got to hold on to that. Just hang on. Jamie did. Jump in, and Jamie is burnt out. Big trouble for Jamie, especially in this situation. Done. True Champ moves forward 2-0. We are now in the top 8 part of the bracket, so this match will be first of 3. See exactly where in top 8 this is real quick. Cammy versus Kimberly is an interesting dynamic. 2 speedballs. Trying to see where in bracket exactly this is, because this is top 8. It has my list as his first 3, which means top 8. CBT rules, everyone. This is winner's semis. I will update that right now. John A. Falcon off to a hot start. One more hit should do it. Cannon strike. The instant overhead power. Ooh, the splat! After that sequence. So much wall carry. Much pain. Another wall splat. Don't get fixed. And you did. Thankfully, the bomb went off as you're getting overhead. That stand medium kick is so active. I forgot about that. Jeez. Any stand medium kick that looks like that is generally really good, where she kind of pulls her hurt box back a bit, so it's just all pain. Kind of like Sagat's far medium kick in Cross Second. Dive kick in. Good confirm off the counter hit. Sliding in, very meaty. Much pain. Scaling won't hit too hard on this, because that was a fairly short combo, so it'll hurt. Not too much, but enough. Kami's in a bad spot. Thankfully, she woke up quickly after that throw. Oh, perfect parry, and she could not respond fast enough. Despite getting the right call, that stinks. Thankfully, Kami's in burnout, so that's going to slow her down considerably, especially in the face of a fellow speedster like Kimberly. Down the wire now. Another one? No, just EX Bushin run into a throw. First game goes to the Setnet and Kimberly. Love them links. You better watch yourself. You don't want to get drove impact into the wall. Drive impacted. Is it drive impacted or drove impact if a past tense situation? I'll say drive impacted. The combo continues. And because of that, oh good! That was a schmicks! Oh my goodness, I've been hit by that. That looked nasty. I thought the combo was done. Or combo continue, I should say. Yeah, the combo was done is the problem. Dive kick. Bushin elbow. But Kami has it ready. Relentless. Finally, a gap. Kami makes the right call with the light cannon drill. Shimmy. Bushin elbow from up top. How did she get to the other side of the screen so quickly? Kami had the advantage, and then that happened. Within like 3 seconds, Kami's the one stuck at the wall. This should definitely take the round. Is that 2-0 already? Yes. But again, this is winner's semi, so first of 3. I'm going to invite more people in here real quick. Again, trying to bring people in here, so just a moment, everybody. The sound of my voice. There it is. Had to find our local Discord. Invite the cross-second people too while I'm here. There we go. Okay. We'll see who shows up. For now, let's continue. Make sure that my phone's nearby. That way I am not missing any important work calls. We had a hassle for a bit. Yeah. There we go. All right, I think we're good. Yeah, it's been a rough week. The Sun's getting eliminated officially after exceeds all the expectations. I knew it was going to happen eventually, but at the same time, a lot of time figured they'd maybe rise up a bit. But I guess when Katie got injured, that was the end. It's going to be a tough summer, but they'll figure it out. In order losing that much money tends to make moves when situations like that happen, and usually it smartens them up, kind of like Steve Ballmer of the Clippers. Well, this is not sports radio. This is Street Fighter 6 and the King Return 25. Coming to you recorded from last weekend's event in Richmond, freaking Virginia. Check the score real quick. All right. Yeah, Kimberly is still on set point. John used to dominate this city in Street Fighter V, but since 6 has come out, a lot of people have kind of taken his chain a bit, whether it be the Kid Austin, Stan Manpan, the Setnet just now winning 3-0 over him. But come on, Big Johnny. Turn up. Let's see who's next. Next is going to be Tech and Burst Dragon. And this in bracket is first to two. So I'm going to put up the Tech, not Technique, the former Power Ranger player, and Burst Dragon. This is not the Power Ranger guy. This is Richmond's own Tech playing Chun-Li against Burst Dragon's Akuma. This will be first to two. This is not from the top 8. There we go. I had to make sure that my Twitch stream was on, so in case something freezes, I know. There'll be times I'll be talking for minutes on end and not realize that the stream farted, and usually that happens, the recording's messed up too. I don't want that to happen again, so now I have it on the side just in case I can reset the stream if I need to. And that way salvage the footage. First round goes to Burst Dragon. I'm going to try and refocus him. Actually, there is one place I can share the stream with. Chun-Li is so cool in this game. Making her a stance character is actually a really smart thing for Capcom. There we go. Whew. Finishing with a level 1 Kikosho. Tech ties it against Burst Dragon in round 1. Command grab. Watch yourself. This isn't old Street Fighter games where doing that Assura Warp is not going to do much. In this game, there's an attack coming from it. And not just the SGS or the Ultra 2 either. Good punish from Chun-Li. Drive rush to make sure that the damage was as optimal as could be in the situation. Kuma's burnt out. Don't get drive impact in the corner, my friend. Good. So at least Chun-Li has the corner behind her, so Kuma's not going to be completely screwed. Unless he gets walked down, at which point bad things happen. It might make a difference, though. I think that level 3 is going to take the... Yeah, level 3 takes it.
Chun-Li, round 1. Fight.
Opening exchange goes with Akuma's double roundhouse kick. Chun-Li has the back of the corner. She tries to fight out, and she does up to a point. Back of the corner now. How are you going to get out? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Perfect parry to stop the demon flip nonsense. Only to get put back in the corner. Akuma, however, cashed out all his resources to do that demon flip pressure. We'll see if it bites him in the butt. So far, so good. Sure warp throw has Chun-Li in a bad spot. The round once again goes to Burst Dragon. There'll be times where Burst Dragon has an explosion of offense that hits his mark, and before you know it, you just got perfected by the guy. And other times when the offense begins to stagnate and he gets called out, that's where bad things happen. So you have to outblast Burst Dragon until he makes a mistake. By like that. Again, fool me once, shaman you, fool me twice, shaman you. You don't want to set play too much this game because there's so many options to blow that up if there's a gap. Drive impact, perfect parry, drive rush maybe to cross under. Like, drive rush is a whip punish in neutral. It's really strong in this game. Alright, take the throw. No worries. Tech, though, doesn't have too big a life lead. It's not insurmountable for Burst Dragon. Just find a way to recover just enough. Just when you finally have your meter back, that's when the throw is snuck in. Tech is on set point. There's that cross under. Chun-Li has some rather incredible strides just walking forward like that. It's like she runs. Some people run slower than Chun-Li walks. She gets miles off those strides. Demon flip. There was the gap. Good job Tech calling that out, knowing that was not a true string. Cross-up kick does not hit its mark. That, however, does. The normal has been extended into a drive rush combo, ending in level 3. This is not going to take it, but it will be very close. Smart. Clutch stuff from Burst Dragon. This is going to hurt a lot, and because of the low health, it's critical arc time. Do not drop this time. It did it again! What? Look, if he's done that twice now, I'm sure in the lab that works. If he's been doing that twice, it whiffs twice, he's probably just as confused as I am. Because that means he's done the lab knowing that would normally work. That's rough. And his tournament run ended off that. 2 different rounds, he could have taken something, and he gets screwed over twice. Why, Capcom, why? Okay, we have the OTP up here, Chun-Li and Ryu. It's going to be Tech again against Kyosuke 504, someone new. He told me that he is from the New Orleans area. So welcome, Kyosuke, to the King Returns. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Ryu giving Chun-Li that look. This is going to be first to 3 because this isn't top 8. This is losers round 3. Hold on. Yeah, loser round 3. Let me pull this up. I'm going to keep it to King Returns, though. Whatever. Alright, we good? Oh, that was a button check. Okay. We'll keep it losers round 3, but because it is top 8, this is going to be first 3 because of CBT rules. Top 8 losers. That makes sense. See if that fits. It does. Top 8 losers side. Yeah, Kyosuke? Let's see. Alright, let's see. Because Kyosuke got pretty far for a guy who is new here. Again, he said he came from New Orleans area, and this is his first King Returns. And he has the Nyx Ryu on. Yeah, in Street Fighter 4, it's Sun's Ryu, but I don't think anyone wants to wear Sun's colors right now. It's rough. All that money wasted. And people acting like they knew all along it would be this bad. No, they didn't. They figured like a playoff flameout, not one of the worst teams in the league bad. But that goes for another day. I may have some Sun's media people on as part of Street Chatter cross-talking, so maybe Swaby wants to join in and introduce himself to the Crosswires faithful someday. Excellent first round from Kyosuke. Got those Denjin stalls ready. I just want to see some more DPs with that slow floaty jump of Chun-Li. Raw donkey kick says no. Whatever. That time is punished. Good. Don't let him do the deep donkey kicks for free. Those are not safe at all. And the jump throw, gut punch, more frame advantage. Chun-Li's burnt out. Don't eat a drive. There's a DP. I was waiting for that. Wake up, level 1. Get that out of here. Chun-Li has a long way to go to recover stuff. Thankfully, she's out of the corner, so no splat for you. Only get thrown back in. There it is. Snuck that in there. Full stun into level 3. Shin Shoryuken. Kyosuke up 1-0.
Round one. Fight.
See, I like Kyosuke, though, because when this was going on, he was calling Ryu Chun-Li the OTP, which means he's got taste. Like, that is my OTP in all of fiction, and it's cool to see people finally see the light about that now that Capcom has made it pretty much official in the last few years between the Pocky Boxes and Street Fighter 5, or Street Fighter 6, I should say. Street Fighter 5, the Pocky Box. Street Fighter 6 is where there are more of a couple in-game thanks to flashbacks. The shipping jacket, as my friend Shady calls it. Got some decent jump-ins from Chun-Li, but not much damage off of them. Perfect parry. This time she did get something. We see a perfect parry and then miss the punish. It's a long jab confirm, but when you have that life lead, you can afford to do so. Put the pressure and the mind games on Chun-Li. Kyosuke needs another round to take game 2. Again, this is going to be first to 3, so this is not set point. Slugfest. Duff, duff. Into the palms, one of Ryu's new special moves. Flare of offense, and both characters have... Yeah, now Chun-Li has no resource for OD for a while. Burned out. It's interesting that, City of the Wolves would have that mechanic as well when it comes out. Hard to believe, like in a week and change now. I'm excited. Again, Billy's going to be good. I saw the early previews. People saying this is the best Billy since 2002, which is fantastic news. Parries could not save you on Wake Up with those crouch shorts. Kyosuke up 2-0 on tech. There we go. Thought throw was coming and you shimmied wrong. So now you're going to eat a lot of damage. Perfect parry into the throw. Chun-Li's got to fight her way out. So far it has not worked out. Raw fireball. Okay, there we go. Chun-Li managed to get some kind of follow-up. This should finish it. EX being bird kick into Tenshokyuk. The last bit of damage turned out to be enough. Tech and Chun-Li are up around in game 3. A little bit too early. I think Kyosuke was expecting a drive rush there, but not to be. Kyosuke's burned out. How will Tech take advantage of that? Like that! Floating, oh, could not get the follow-up! You actually got the crush counter, and he couldn't do anything off of it. That stinks. Thankfully, he made the right call on the fireball, so Chun-Li continues to bring pressure on Ryu, and he gets wall splat with Dizzy. Lots of damage for Chun-Li here. Perfect parry again! Follow-up with... That's an interesting setup. Empty Hazanshu into throw. Tech is now only down 2-1. Text. Hold on a second. There's some people talking junk right now on my Twitter. One sec. What's we got here? There's this. Got a DM from people. Some buzz going on. See, someone that Ice had a problem with. Yes, our Ice, the cross-second Ice, is part of NBA Twitter now. So it's interesting to have that crossover. I was actually kind of calling him out saying, hey, my buddy Ice says you're full of crap. What are you going to do about it? And he was confused. I told him what the deal was, and he didn't say anything. I think he realized he got called out, and he had no answers. Anyway. Kyosuke is on set point. Yeah, in Street Fighter 4, like the... Is it purple or blue? I thought it was blue at first. Let me take a look at what kind of color is... Oh, think, actually, no, it is purple and orange. So yeah, Ryu is wearing Suns colors because the Suns can't do the job. Maybe Ryu can. Clemson can't do the job either, and they also have Suns colors of purple and orange. Clemson got destroyed in the tournament. Yeah, when I won, I mentioned this on the Texas Showdown for Cross Tekken. When I won Texas Showdown for Cross Tekken, I said the Suns couldn't do it, Vikes couldn't do it, Clemson couldn't do it, but at least I could do it, and engage the clutch gene, just as Kyosuke has done to take this set and advance to losers quarters 3-1.
Ryu wins.
Next up is going to be, I'm pretty sure this was still, yes, this is losers quarter. It's going to be John A. Falcon versus Trey Star. One of Sova's finest and someone who I've known since I first began traveling actively in fighting game tournaments. I mean, I've known this guy almost 10 years, actually pretty insane to think about. Probably more than 10 years at this point. It's already 2025. So let me set this up. Because he has a sponsor now. It's... Who is Trey Star's sponsor? EDLN now. EDLN Trey Star. By the way, Trey Star is the jury. John A. Falcon is playing Guile. There we go. And this is losers quarters. This is actually not top 8. This is more like top 6 side. No more shit in losers quarters. I have the bracket in front of me, and this time I'm being more careful about what I say. Good to see you, Trevin. How you been? Trevin is another one of our King Returns regulars. He was facing Grand Finals for Virtua Fighter 2 a month or so ago. Yeah, Trevin, I'm pretty mad about how the Suns did this year overall. So, they're going to be mass changes. But at least now the GM I paid for years finally gets fired. $500 million is a way of eroding friendships. So I have a feeling now the actual new regime will take place. No more incumbent GMs making the same mistakes with a bigger budget. Yeah, a client made fun of me for being a Suns fan yesterday at the library. I almost went full autism, like, going on a rant. I had to kind of dial myself back, but I've been frustrated. Because a team with that much money, playoff flameout, okay. Not 11th or 12th seed bad. That's ridiculous. Yeah, oh, there's going to be full WWE. Full WWE this summer. Like, I'm hearing things. They're going to make another big swing getting off of KD. Beal, I think, is going to be bought out, to be honest. If they find a trade for him, I mean, they might find a trade for him. We'll see, but there are options. But the fact that the option they're even considering with a contract that big means that people are going to get fired. And they should have been a long time ago. So maybe like in a year or two, there'll be a dead cat bounce. They'll be good again. Budget problems and all. Anyway. Back to the match. Trey Star and John A. Falcon. Who is... Making sure I didn't miss anything. I got caught up in the rant. I think that's 1-0.
Round 2. Fight.
I think John's up 1. Yeah. As I said, it's been a week. I'll update the score once I see the next game and make sure it's right. Uh-oh, we have a troll in here. Let me delete that. Where's the ban button? There we go. Get out of here. Let's see what the score is. Yep, it's 2-0. That's what I figured. So, Drebin knows. I have a lot of friends in Suns Media. They actually bought me tickets to a game last year. Really good seats, too. It was fantastic. Like, people who I've had basketball cards of for years were telling me everyone knows who Psycho Blue is with your crazy super chats and all the support you give us. That being said, much like Cross-Tech and MECI, it's a struggle to root for them sometimes, given the perception and early L's they take. Or in this case, the disappointing L's. Like, just like all the games I support, the pariah games where they have a rough launch, that's where the Suns are right now. New owner came in, made some moves, and the launch has not been what was expected. Because they have dimwits running the ship while he's away. And he realized, now I can't trust my money to these guys or my assets. So, yeah. Let the consequences begin. Speaking of consequences, John A. Falcon continues to put the pressure on Traystar. He is on set point already. Traystar has been sticking with Jury since day one. I respect that. Traystar's a player that, when you play him, he can surprise you if you're not careful. You have to be locked in against Traystar. I'm not saying he's a bad player or a lacking player. I think sometimes the way he paces the game, the characters he plays, is unconventional. And if you try to approach him like you would approach other players, then, yeah, if you try to approach him like other specialists with that character, you'll be surprised, and then that's how he takes you off guard. Like, he uses the system in an unconventional way with the characters that he picks who he has his own unique playstyle with. I think that's an accurate take. Would you say, Drebin? Like, when you face Traystar, that's kind of how I feel about him when I play him, when I see him. Like, the way he plays Jury isn't like other Juries I see. The way he plays other characters, like Ryu, isn't the same Ryu you'd expect from other people. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to say, like, he always gets far in tournament. And I'm not calling, and that's why I say he always gets far in tournament, so he's doing a lot of things right. I can tell that. This is going to be Rue de God versus Vasette, another Ryu player. And this is Rue de God. I'm pretty sure this is winners finals. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, it has to be winners finals. The set net. And this is winners finals. By the way, how's the sound balance? Can you hear the game all right versus me? Not too loud, not too soft. Excellent. Okay, yeah, this is definitely winners finals. Rue de God, I've seen him a few times, and he's a TPO Rue de God. He's sponsored now. Heck yeah, Rue de God. Finally. Because he's gotten far in a lot of these King returns. I don't remember if he's won any of them. I know he's gotten grand finals before. I think it was against Kid Austin a couple times. Empty low into the palms. Thanks to having the Denjin installed, that juggled. Those drive rush links are nasty. So many medium confirmed, so little time. There's another one off of the stand medium kick. Cashing out resources. Let's make that life deficit a little bit more narrow, shall we? And put a fresh coat of paint on it as well. Yeah, as I said, her stand medium kick might be the least favorite thing I have about her if I'm facing her. Like, even more than her schmixing, that button in neutral is nasty. And so many things can go wrong if you get hit by that because of the drive rush system. You spend all that time trying to avoid getting schmixed, and all it takes is one stand medium kick to start everything going downhill. That's why he's sticking out so much, because he knows how good it is, and if he can just get the muscle memory down, bad things happen. Thankfully, in that situation, a whiff DP means she has all the time in the world to do whatever she wants. This DP, though, hit its mark. More palms. Good job parrying most of that. Drive blocking, I believe it's called. In that situation, though, there's no parrying that. Rue de God fires back. By the way, this was recorded off my laptop, my now old laptop. I have a new laptop now. It's amazing. Fresh screen for the new era of gaming, 240 hertz. But my old laptop still has all the RTX and processing power that has done me well the last 4 years. Now I use it as a stream setup that I record off of for PC goodness. And I have a spare monitor that I use that has the high refresh stuff that my old laptop does not. Just plug it in, play it off that monitor, and we're good to go. And I have to admit, this game looks very crispy recorded off that laptop. I'll be doing this more often for King Return. Just play on my laptop, and great things happen. Just as great things happen there, the set is tied at 1 game apiece. EXDP. You know, obviously he has Shin Shuriken. This game is level 3, but I love how in Cross Tekken that move is the Shin Shuriken, like in full animation. That was something that really got people's attention when Cross Tekken first got some trailers. And I feel like the design people at Capcom lost that luster as the game was further development. Less characters had those kind of special effects in their EX moves that weren't in other, like Street Fighter 4, for example. Like, there are a lot of Street Fighter 4 in Cross Tekken, obviously, but Ryu felt very different from his Street Fighter 4 self with the way his moves worked and the animations he had. Later characters like Bison Jury, not so much. Here we go. Good block. There's always, I have to guess between that overhead and the crouch medium kick, because she can put the brakes on that and kind of catch you in a way we're expecting her to be closer. And he says, nope, I'm just going to stop right here and do medium kick into stuff. All the confirms. So many hits to the ACL. One more Schmick should do it. Excellent DP. Tight. Got him. Don't count me out just yet, says Rudagod. Axe kick. Good job of holding through all that, the set net. Once again, let's make that deficit just a little bit more narrow. And by the way, let me take this Texas Showdown logo. I just realized I've had this on here the whole time. I am such a dingus. There we go. Sorry, guys. I just realized I had that logo up the whole time, and I do apologize. So if you guys see this early on, go, hey, this was the Texas Showdown. I just forgot to take it off because I need to record some more Cross Tekken sets. And to do that, I need the Texas Showdown logo up. So, sorry about that. That's going to hurt. Rudagod is now up 2-1 on the set net.
Ryu wins. Round 1. Fight.
Some things. That's a funny one. Shoutouts to the Beast the East FGC co-directors, Sun Gohan X and Lolita Bot, officially confirmed. Not that anyone thought it'd be any different. Like, they've been running the Beast the East stuff when it comes to arcade things since 2016. I first started doing Beast the East in 2017, back in those dying malls at Hampton. Finally, the mall closed down after many years. Beast the East gonna be a hoot, and I need to start promoting some stuff with Lolita Bot because I want to do more Tekken Tag 2. Tekken Tag 2 is the official side game, everybody. That game I pushed the last couple of years finally gets main game status. Sadly, it wasn't Cross Tekken. It was the other game I pushed, Tekken Tag 2. So, congratulations to the community for rallying together when I created something at Combat a couple years ago, and from there, it's been uphill since. Very pleased about that. Perfect KO from Basetnet, and it is now tied at 2 games apiece in this winner's finals. What will Rudiga do now? Continue? Yes, he does. Don't be whiffing throws on me. Not with that big duff I've got. Empty low is blocked, but not the follow-up palm. That's the one you gotta worry about. Axe kick. Continues. There's that punish. Threw a palm out there. I don't know what you were expecting, but only bad things happen to get hit by that palm in that situation. Denjin stalled. Hit by palm, and then we get to be clowns juggling all the way through. Rudiga is on set point. Here comes that Bushin Rampage. One overhead, shame on me. Two overhead, shame on you. Neutral jump kick. Ending, keeping it simple, ending with Tatsu. Getting out of the corner only to... Oh no! Counter impact. So much pain. Thankfully heavily scaled. Will make a difference though. The set net and Rudiga are now on set point in winners finals. All the way down to the final round. What more could you ask for, ladies and gentlemen? No, Ryu, the honest fighter, is getting scanned right now. Oh no! He made the right call, but the bomb was still there, interrupting the drive impact. That sucks. That sucks. I would have thought the drive impact had won there, but apparently not. Perfect from the set net to advance to grand finals. That's a bummer. All right, moving forward, this is going to be losers quarters. Sierra versus Kyosuke. I think Sierra played Mai, if I recall correctly. Yep, that's what I figured. Yo, I really like how Capcom did Mai. I was not expecting Mai to come out this good. Not just her model looks good, and her, like, Mai's always been like a goofy, like Mihoshi from Tenchi Muyo. She's always been a goofy character, personality-wise. In this game, she actually does have, like, some sex in her, like, her body language and, like, her emoting. So, they did a good job with that. Because other than her being skimpy, she was just a goofball who happened to dress in a provocative way. In this game, she has a bit more of a sensual grace to it, as it were. I thought that was really good of the developers to kind of hit that. That's a hard thing to hit. Like, I was talking about Gundam Wing recently, because Gundam Wing turned 30 this month. Jeez, when did we get so old? I remember coming home to watch on Toonami, and, it matched my gray hair anyway. But anyway, when Relina first saw Hero again, in, like, the 30s episode, like, towards the end of the show, she had, like, the eyebrow raise and, like, the interested look, as it were. That's a hard look to nail in any kind of animation that's not, like, full-on motion captured. This game is motion captured, too, but, like, it's hard to get in this kind of aesthetic of a game. And I thought Capcom did a great job of Mai giving her that kind of attitude, I suppose, without taking away the goofiness that Mai is known for. If that makes any sense. We're not trying to thirst here. I'm just trying to keep things, like, objectively speaking, they did a good job with that kind of personality, I suppose. Let's get back to Mai gameplay-wise. Mai in this game, she has those charge fans where if you hit them, they'll fly up and then come down on you, and then more mixes happen. Kind of like Genjiro's super with his card in Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, where you have to respect both the fireball by itself and what comes down if you get hit by it or block it, like that. Kyosuke getting a little bit too eager here. But I suppose he's not used to facing Mai, because again, that situation can be tough. You have to anticipate the fireball, because it's not like every fireball she does, every fan throw is going to have that property. Just the the charged ones. So you had to be prepared if she throws them out at certain points to jump over, because those are not. As far as I know, she can't like true block string it. Even the EX one, she has to hold down a bit to get the fan follow up. Okay, I think Kyosuke's adapted. Just don't put my situation. You just throw those fans at will, and you should be good. All right, at that time, oh, she did have to charge up. The EX one is fine. That makes sense. So the EX one you have to kind of respect a little bit more. This is interesting. So when Mai has the after she does level 1, it's kind of like Bison's Mine, where if he hits you, he gets more properties. In this case, all of Mai's moves get like a buff. Not too different from like Birdie's V-Trigger or Necro's V-Trigger. Sierra's up 1-0. And because this is, by the way, it's not weird at all. This is loser's quarters. This is first to 3. Great anti-air. Something else, and this applies to both Mai and Terry. This game does more for their backstories than SNK does their own game. Like, talk about their childhoods and the lore you have to look up in the guides for plot written on game facts, that kind of stuff. And those fire fans are relentless. They eat other fireballs, so you can't just clash with them, and it has that follow-up. Thankfully, it seems like you can block them low. Like, if that was a true overhead, that'd be really filthy. Okay, even the regular versions eat through the fireballs. At least the EX regular version, not the non-fire version. That's nasty. That's very nasty. Yeah, I get you, Drevin. I mean, even K-Dash doesn't have, like, too much about who he was before he got the fire hand of Kyo. At least, I know Ash was childhood friends with Elizabeth, and Kyo's been beefing with... Well, his dad beefs with Iori's dad when he was still alive, and now Iori's trying to pick it up with Kyo. And then later on, they become Spider-Man, they become frenemies. Like, Kyo and Iori are like Spider-Man, they're frenemies. They'll tolerate each other long enough until they can fight again. I think that's a fair assumption of Kyo and Iori's backstory, right? So far, Sierra is confounding Kyosuke's Ryu with all these shenanigans tied to this new character. Ooh, double confirm off that fan throw. Yeah, I think the regular version is the one she has to charge up to get the effect. EX version has the extra points of fireball to it and the bounce. Fire, tail whip into level 3. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Hey, that rhymed. Zero's up 2-0. Continues. Ryu can't throw fireballs as long as Mai has meter. That sucks. Especially even if... Because Knowledge, like... Not only does it not fully trade, but now you have to worry about the follow-up, too. That's so nasty. Thankfully, Mai has to commit a lot to do those. And now she's burned out, so he has a little bit of respite to give his turn on offense. He wants a drive impact the corner so bad. He can't get it because he already burned out. Mai's about to recover. Here it comes. More fans. Yep, right there. I knew it was coming. Corner pressure continues. That flying elbow strike. The killer bees. Thankfully, Ryu has some insecticide for that. Even though Sierra's up 2-0, he hasn't ran away with it. I think Kyosuke's starting to figure out, okay, this is what this character does, and here's how I'm going to deal with it. Not quite there, though. Punish. Good. He's learning. In these long sets, you have time to observe a bit and make those fourth quarter comebacks. It's like I got a text from, what's Vado doing? Oh yeah, Vado is one of my sponsored players, Vado Heem, a.k.i. the Shiznits. And he wants to know if I can forward some... yeah. I saw their article about too many cameras. Tamani Kamara, the one that got away. Just like that guy from Zero, as Kyosuke is Kyosuke is down 2-1. So he's on the board, but he's still got to win 2 in a row to take this set and avoid being eliminated for this tournament. That's not going to do it, though. DP, nobody home. More killer bees. The throw loops. Keeping it simple. Wake up DP, though. Mai's got those, too. She doesn't have that move in many games, so I forget what it's called. I have to look it up later. Just short of the splat! No! Think you got enough drive for one more unless Mai falls out. And now she is out of burnout. Alpha counter, get out of my face. No more mixes for you. Jump over. Gonna throw another one. Watch. Yep, and now you're burned out again. Gambling too much will cost you dearly. What you gonna do? Nothing, that's what. It's gonna be tough. Nice. DP. Overhead. Into as many resources cashed out as possible. Nice looking combo right there. And now it's tied at 2 games apiece. Suddenly the pressure's on Sierra. Now that you had it set long enough to adjust to the trickiness of Shiranui Ninjutsu. By the way, Drebin, now that Andy's going to be in City of the Wolves, I want him to be full ninja. Like EX Andy in Real Bout Special, where he has like the exploding noogie where he digs his hand into your neck and you're like bleeding out like crazy. Because how blood worked in Fatal Fury and then explodes. I want that move. And also his OGG where he throws a kunai at you while you're down. I want the dirty trick ninja Andy. Since Akotomaru took a lot of his regular stuff. It'd be funny if they gave Andy Kagemaru's 10-foot toss in Virtua Fighter as like a command grab. So it worked like G's command grab in Street Fighter 5 where he gets combos off of it. Or Hugo's or Q's. But it would be Kagemaru's 10-foot toss Andy style. Air to air, but no counter hit. Counter hit throw though. Regular throw. Loop-de-loops. No third time charm for you. Throwing fireballs, more fireballs. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, that should do it, yeah. I don't want to do the full-on is it going to kill, but it did take the set. Kyosuke climbs out of a 2-0 deficit to pull the Chris Paul on Sierra. Sierra's been Chris Paul'd, up 2-0, and then get reverse OCV'd. You hate to see it. Like, it's mental when you're up 2-0, you have to finish in the first of 3, and then you have the whole thing rain on you, just 3 losses in a row. That's mentally deflating in the worst way. Kyosuke and John A. Falcon are up next. And by the way, I have confirmed John is still part of Conmay, so I'm going to put it back up now. Conmay Johnny Falcon is in loser semis against Kyosuke, who in his first King Returns is now in the top 4. Congratulations. Let's see how much far you can get.
Round one. Fight.
Fireball versus Sonic Boom, the classic. Ryu and Guile. Remember Big Johnny's Ryu was a force for about Street Fighter V early on, and then he moved to Guile, and Guile was his breadwinner Street Fighter V. Guile is also considered his main option in Street Fighter 6 as well. He did run Ryu for a while, however. EX Flash Kick, get out of here. Chasing out Fireball continues. He waited for a bit. Want to see if maybe that Guile had a trick up his sleeve, but no. I'll just jump for this Fireball slowly but surely, and I'll lead anti-air for my troubles. That's a tight confirm, too. Good stuff from John. Another Sonic Hurricane. One more? Don't need it. Just a crouch heavy punch into a microcharge flash kick. And Big Johnny's up 1-0. Where's my phone going off? Hold on a second.
Round two. Fight.
There we go. All right, there we go. I answered the text. Back to the action. Hope I didn't miss any sets. Careful. Okay, up 2-0 now. See what Kyosuke can do to stop this. Maybe he has another Chris Paul to put on Johnny Falcon. So much pain. This might be it. Are you wearing number 3 today, Big Johnny? Ah, no. Still got some more left in you, I see. John trying to wrest control this match back. This might do it. Yes, it does. Good. Big Johnny holds on. Now he is on set point. Said, no, I'm not going to put this number 3 jersey on. It's not who I am anymore. Jumping. Juicy and nasty. Careful! Drive impact! With some counter hit spunk on it. Didn't even use the Sonic Blade, just used to kind of fake him out. Dominant round from Big Johnny moves him to losers finals. See who's next on the list. Losers finals will be Big Johnny against Rue the God.
Cafe 6.
I've been a failure, I've been a success. I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But like you find me, I learned all my lessons.
Break my
I
defense.
realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. If life is made perfect, then I'm already a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm back again. Back on my feet after I fell down. Always ready for a fight, never back down. At this point, I'm fighting for pride, I'm fighting for life. Reputation on the line, so I'm fighting for mine. You ain't gotta really like me, but you must respect me. I'm saying, if they ever try to check me, I ain't gonna let them wreck me. The pain remains. Gotta remind myself where I came from and represent. The struggle ain't the realest thing. When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
Let us begin.
Let's do this. Losers finals.
Ready.
Rue the God against Big Johnny wearing the Champion Edition Guile colors. The classic. He's already taken out one Ryu. Can he do it again? I really love the spacing for Big Johnny. Slowly inches his way in, so it's more likely that Ryu neutral jumps on something. And if he does, he's ready for it. Using the moving screen to his advantage with those slow sonic booms. Sneaky! Got the counter hit, crouch BM kick, enough time to charge another flash kick. And when Ryu tries to fire back, another flash kick waiting for him. Flash kick. That Denjin charge. A little extra juice to try and win some of these Sonic Boom wars. Unfortunately, Ryu's already in burnout. He needs to figure out a way to gain momentum back and give him time to recharge his OD meter. Good, he has it now, which means it's time to bring the pain. This should win the round. Yeah, it does. Cash out, do whatever you need, and best of all, it didn't need to use any of your super meter to do it. Very smart. Gut punch into donkey kick. Slowly marching Big Johnny to the corner. These footsies. It's nasty. Jump in and no anti-air. Guile cashing out level 3, making sure he has as much chance to win this game as possible. This is not going to take it out, but it does give him a really big deficit that he can use to his advantage. Until that happens. Still very much in Big Johnny's favor, though. One more hit and Rue the God's down. Or 2 more hits, I'd say. I thought that would have done it. Apparently not. Now he's at Magic Pixel range. Gonna be a crazy comeback. Yeah, I figured. Big Johnny takes the first game.
Round 2. Fight.
I just sent a text real quick. Again, it's still, even though it's Friday night or Friday evening, it's still, I'm still on the clock a little bit somewhat since I'm director, which means I have to work overtime sometimes and have to answer things on the fly. Patient's life depends on me. Yeah, Big Johnny's tough. He's always been tough. As I said, he dominated Richmond for a long time, especially in Street Fighter V, before and during the pandemic. But in 6, he has not been quite so dominant. He's had a few people that have given him problems. I know must be especially rough since Big Johnny's a Ryu lover as well. Tied at 1 game apiece. So at least this situation, Big Johnny won't have to be Chris Paul in this situation. Tied at 1, so he's not up 2-0. Maybe for the better. Let's just head that way. Yeah, this Ryu is not quite as afraid to endure what Guile has to offer. Donkey kick, stuck in the corner. Just in time to not get impacted into wall splat. Oh no, you did not get the link. You didn't get that either. All right, John's starting to crack. That's not normally John's behavior, but maybe he was trying to catch Rudagod off guard. Instead, like I said a moment ago, Rudagod held on and didn't flinch more than he needed to. Blue Mary and Poison jamming in the background, even though they are on opposite sides of the law, since I think Blue Mary's a cop, like Lucia, while Poison is very much less than legal when it comes to her activities on and off the streets. She may claim to be an honest wrestling pro. There's no saying honest wrestling pro, let's be real. She probably has all sorts of dirt, like those old 70s promoters from wrestling. And speaking of dirt, Guile's going to be eating it for a while, as Rudagod now goes up 2-1. Big Johnny facing elimination, and a very salty third place if he can't turn this around and win the next 2 games. And low into pain. Very smart of Rudagod to have a Denjin charge as much as he can. So if he does get those stray hits and empty lows, even a light Hado Palm with Denjin on it can lead to big damage and lots of corner carry. Stand medium kick. I got one of those too, buddy. Rudagod is on set point. Forward heavy kick into pain. Yeah, that's a good answer from Ryu, using his forward heavy kick, or the forward medium kick, I think, to hop over those crouch medium kicks from Guile and really frustrate. Yeah, he's adjusted. Rudagod advances to Grand Finals to run it back against Facetnet, finishing Losers Finals with the 7 golden letters of perfection. Well done, Rudagod. How's my commentary, Drebin? Now I've been on a while. My commentary is starting to be a little bit more loose. How do you like my commentary so far, Drebin? I'm trying not to be too cringy. Let me set this up real quick. The Facetnet is on winners. There we go. Let's see what Rudagod... I do like that Rudagod now has the Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting colors of Ryu on, a.k.i. Turbo. I love these throwback colors. Good to see you, Cliff. I appreciate you joining the Shadaloo army, the Pax by Sonica. Root of God telling the setnet, I have learned from my mistakes, and now I'm here to get my well-deserved justice on you who put me in loser bracket. Let's see what the setnet and Kimberly have to say about that. So far, Root of God playing very loose. A little bit too loose, though. Missed a throw and got punished for it. But I really like how he's ending these combos with Tatsu. That way he's not only getting the corner carry, he's also getting some better Oki as well. First game, Root of God. There you go. He may be in for a long grand finals. This momentum Root of God's bringing. Excellent first game.
Ryu wins. Round 1.
So I was saying earlier, Cliff, I really hate Kimberly's stand medium kick. That's actually the move I'm most scared of anything in her kit, special moves included. Because all of her mixes, all of her speed, demon stuff, it all hinges on starting offense with stand medium kick the drive rush. That stand medium kick has a very retracted hurt box. That thing beats a lot of stuff in neutral that you don't expect to win sometimes. There is no space of pain on that hurt box where she can be easily exploited if it's just pressing buttons, standing up, or crouching down. And she recovers fast enough to recover in time in case she'll try to jump in on it as well. You see what I mean about that same medium kick? Just press it. I'm going to keep pressing it until I hit you, or you block it, and then I'm going to just drive it right in, either continue the combo or start my mix pressure, like this. No worries, I'm back. Yeah, thankfully, at least she eats up a lot of drive rush if she does, a lot of drive mirror she does manage to confirm off of it. So there's that. Throw loops continue. Punish. Silly goose. Thankfully, there won't be too many stand medium kick shenanigans here because both characters are in burnout. So you have to kind of keep things a little bit more honest without the broken button. The button that is so good in a game with something like Drive Rush. Yep, I figured. Tied at 1 game apiece.
Kimberly wins. Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Good whip punish. See, that wasn't the stand medium kick. That was the heavy punch. That one I'm fine with. That was actually really smart and really patient of Basset. It did it again. So I won't complain about the stand medium kick this time because the button of the day in this round is the heavy punch. And for that, I'm fine. I'd rather lose to that than lose that goofy stand medium kick that is so good. Throw punish. It's like the setnet heard me, even though this is pre-recorded footage. Not that time. Smart of Root of God. Down to the wire with this round. Slid under. And alpha counter. And a stray Denshin Hado managed to take the round for Root of God as time and health are winding down. Yeah, going back. There we go. Stand heavy punch into the punish counter. Exit reaction time from the set. I'm not trying to diminish him, because these punishes he's doing with stand heavy punch, those are hard. Like, medium kick's the fishing button, but heavy punch is the punish button. If you're just whipping stuff and you know you're close enough where stand medium kick's not necessary. Boom. Enduring everything, only to get drive impacted on. The set net is now one game away from taking this tournament. Nice jumping. One round away. Let's see if the Setnet can hang on to it. Rudagod came into this set with a head full of flames and the momentum of a Phoenix Bird, not the Phoenix team. Yeah, that momentum's gone for now. But, yeah. Right now, the feathers are being plucked and the fire is being extinguished with a fresh coat of non-flammable paint. Good cross-up. Yeah, you saw that she was waiting to press some kind of button to stop, but she's in burnout, so she had to be more careful. And because she was a little too cautious, a little too patient, she got crossed up, and this could... Thankfully, scaling is very heavy. This life lead is very steep. One stray jab should do it, I think. The second hit the overhead does. You block the first, not the second. The set net takes the King Returns 25. Another notch in the holster for the set net. Well done. Well done indeed. That is our show for today, everybody. As a reminder, Street Fighter Cross Tekken and I will be at Combo Breaker next month in Chicago. It's going to be at the Schaumburg Convention Center, as per usual. $500 pop bonus, $10 entry fee, and PC Master Race. It flowed fan-freaking-tastic at Texas Showdown. And I expect to do the same at Combo Breaker, so show up and let's cross some lines together during Memorial Day weekend in the Chicago area, a.k.i. Chicagoland. For now, this is Psycho Blue, conductor of the Hype Train, Mr. Hype Gems, hashtag Crosswires, hashtag Street Fighter 6. I hope you enjoyed this edition of The King Returns with myself back on the mic, and I will see each and every one of you next time, whenever or wherever that may be. Peace out, everybody!